Hey everyone, and welcome to another edition of the Godfather Minute. My name is Alex Robinson.
And I'm Andy Robinson.
And together we are the Godfather Minute Brothers who go through the movie one minute at a time. I want to apologize. My voice is very raspy.
It's true.
I was screaming all weekend.
Oh, what do you mean raspy? Come on. What you're trying to say is it's weak. You can say it. This is a safe zone.
It's true.
It's a mafia safe zone.
I don't know what I'm going to do. What am I going to do?
Are there any mafia safe zones in The Godfather?
No.
Really? You can no one? Like Frankie Five Angels never confides in Cheech?
What do you mean? Like they
just break down and talks about his real feelings.
No.
Never shows that he's weak.
Women can afford to do that. Men can't afford to do that.
Right answer. I was testing you because
you're Tessio-ing me. You're always the smart one.
Bonnie?
Today we're talking about minute 119.
Damn.
That number sounds familiar for some reason.
Because you've been hearing it every minute for the past probably 30 minutes or 25 minutes.
Are you telling me that this is the minute when they shoot Sonny on the Causeway?
That's right. So here it is.
For the final time
you'll ever hear it.
The whole thing. Its entirety.
Should we play the whole thing?
Yes.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Causeway Countdown. Pop had Jinko, you're stuck with Hagen.
The Lotso might not even be in the car, Sonny.
But he's right to feel his heart, lots of money he'll be making.
A lot of money in that white car. Lucy, home.
Made a big mistake, should have kept your mouth shut.
Sonny was hot for my deal. You can't talk business with him.
And Carlo made a mess, now you gotta clean it up.
Now clean it up!
Pop's in a coma, Fredo's losing his mind. Where the hell is Luca? You are out of time. Tick tock, we're counting down every day.
What can I do?
To get to Carlo, gotta make it through the Causeway.
Sonny on the Causeway.
Listen to me, you better listen to Clemenza's wife.
Don't forget the cannoli.
Yeah.
You're gonna pay the final toll with your life.
That must mean we're on minute 119, which is, of course,
Minuto
cento
diciannove. You got it.
Minuto numero 19.
You think that was going through Sonny's head as he was being gunned down on the Causeway?
It says, I'm never going to learn how to say 120 in Sicilian. So minute 119, they shoot Sonny on the Causeway.
Yep.
And then the minute ends with Tom Hagen chillaxing in the Don's office.
You know what? I already wrote the summary of this to upload. I wrote, they shot Sonny on the Causeway. He's dead. I even looked up the script, what Tom Hagen says later, because I wanted to get it verbatim.
Exactly.
And at least in the script I read, they capitalized Causeway.
Huh.
Yeah, they capitalized Causeway.
They capitalized Barzini.
My name is Barzini. That's with a capital B. A real tough guy. I don't know what he's called, slogan.
Yeah. If you go to, we uploaded a new T-shirt design to our store, the I Talked to Barzini shirt. And you can get it not just on a shirt, you can get it on a mug or a pillow or a tapestry or all sorts of things. So go to, do we have a merch page set up or do we just go to?
I think it might be through the Star Wars Minute, right?
I know also the comic.
It's so demeaning.
No, well, I was going to say, go to comicbookalex.com and then there's a link to the merch section
Okay.
that'll take you to
So
the
now they have
section.
to go to 4 links to get to our merchandise.
No,
They go to Star Wars.
No,
then they go to
they just
yours.
go to http://www.comicbookalex.com and then there's a button there you press to the link.
And don't forget to let your dial-up modem warm up before you do all
Oh,
that,
of
because you don't
course,
want it
yeah.
to what do they call it? Drop out? Is that what
Make
it
sure you don't have any calls coming in and your call waiting messes it up. Don't do any
man.
of that stuff.
Yeah, I think the picture is fantastic because
Oh,
it's
thank
cool,
you.
green and crazy colors.
Yeah, because I was going to do them crazy colors and I was like, wait a minute, I should do them all green because he's Mo Green.
You know what? I didn't even realize that till right now. I swear, it's great. Yeah, you can get it on a tapestry, get it on a mug, you get it on even on a plaque. We should, you know what? We should do a GoFundMe to create a plaque, a Mo Green plaque, and put it up somewhere in Vegas.
Oh, I bet if there's
That'd be
anyone,
fun.
any of our listeners who live in Vegas and you'd be willing to host a plaque on your site, on your land,
Oh yeah,
your property, if you own a business, could be a great tourist attraction.
yeah.
Think about it. We'll put it together.
Yeah, send us a message. How do they send us a message?
Yeah, they can email us godfatherminute@gmail.com.
That's and if you do that, you could also consider putting up a statue.
Well, maybe we'll do like if it's X amount. This is how much it would cost for a stat. This is how much for a plaque. But if enough people donate, we'll do a statue.
If I lived in Vegas, I would totally do that.
And also,
great.
and I guess the
So fun.
more people donate, the bigger the statue will be.
The bigger the plaque.
Well, yeah, but I think if it gets to a certain amount,
Oh, we won't. I thought you meant we'll raise money for the plaque, and then we'll build the plaque, and then if the donations keep coming in, we'll add a statue.
no. If we only get like our basic amount is for a plaque. Let's just say, for example, $100.
That's a plaque level.
A plaque level. But then if we wind up taking in like say $1,000, then screw the plaque. Then we'll just put up a statue of Mo Green. And so the more, if it's like $20,000, it'll be like a 90-foot statue or whatever. These are not exact figures. This is just for illustration purposes.
So we will have the owner of this house in danger of being crushed by a Mo Green statue. Alex, I like your idea, but you just missed it.
What do you mean?
You just missed it. I think we raise money for the plaque.
Yeah.
We build the plaque. We build it. And then if the donations keep coming in, we build a statue, and if the donations keep coming in after that, we modify the statue so that the Mo Green in statue is holding the plaque that
Wow.
we built. What a tribute. A statue of a man holding a plaque about him.
That's like double.
Yeah.
Double. All right. I like it.
Seriously, if you live in Vegas and are interested in this, let us know.
Let us know. So Sonny on the Causeway.
Yeah.
He gets shot.
You won't see Sonny no more.
This is I'd say it's a very iconic scene
Yeah.
of Sonny of Jimmy Kahn climbing out of the car and getting shot and going actually yelling while he's getting shot. I mean, like that takes some, considering how many holes he must have in his lungs.
Oh,
the
yeah.
fact that he could still yell.
Yeah.
God bless him.
Yeah, he took them all.
Yeah.
Yeah, he goes down, and we didn't say in the minute too that once he drops, they come up to him, unload a whole nother magazine into his body, and then kick him in the face.
And then kick him in the face.
Yeah.
Oh.
Do you know why they kick him in the face? It's in the book. I have a lot of stuff to get into the book, but I'll reveal this now. Do you know why they kick him in the face?
Why?
I always thought it was because just to make sure he's dead.
Yeah. I thought it was so they can't have an open casket funeral.
Well, it is to disfigure him.
Yeah.
And to show that a more powerful man beat him. It's symbolic, I guess.
Yeah. Well, I know in the film Goodfellas, the mafia film Goodfellas, they a character gets shot in the face, and they say they specifically shot him in the face so that the mother couldn't have an open casket funeral. So I guess it's a similar kind of thing.
Yeah.
So 172 blood pouches strapped onto Jimmy Kahn.
Whoa.
And 400 squibs used. You know what squibs are?
I know what they are, but I don't know how they work.
They're like little explosive like things. So like if if I'm shooting you in a movie to make it look like the bullet's hitting you, the squib will like go off. It's basically like a firecracker attached.
How is a squib activated?
By a remote control of like a demolitions guy off.
Oh wow, this is all radio controlled. Or?
It might even be wires at this point. You know, I don't know
yeah.
if they have remote control ones for this time, but I think they're
400 squibs.
400 squibs.
And I seem to remember there was not an equal number of blood pouches.
172.
So why are there more squibs than blood pouches?
Maybe because some of the blood pouches probably are. It seems like you'd be just covered in squibs at that point. So I assume like you have the pouches maybe are big enough where it can service 2 squibs. I'm not 100% sure though.
Yeah.
It's like 3 days and $100,000 to shoot the scene.
Whoa, just this scene?
Just this scene.
Wow.
I assume they had to do it more than one time.
Yeah.
And so they have to set up 300 172 blood packets and all the squibs and
that's crazy.
I wonder if that includes like the car, because did they have to wreck the car because there's all those bullet holes?
That's true, and that toll booth, but those are all props.
Yeah,
right?
that was all. That's pretty.
I thought that it only cost really like $100 for the squibs and the blood pouches and all that, even to lease the land. But the real cost was
the white powder.
Bad setup. No, the real cost was not letting all the cars go through the toll. They had to pay the
New York pay a day's worth of tolls.
Yeah, every minute. A lot of money in them New York tolls.
So did that mean they let people go through and they paid for them, or did they just say, okay, well, on a given day we would take in $50,000 in tolls. So if you want to rent the toll booth, it's $50,000.
It could be that, but I just realized why it costs so much. Because right when they would load Sonny up with the squibs and the blood pouches, and they're about to do it, there'd be a whole line of people, and the New York Thruway people like, all right, you got to let these cars through because they're honking. Yeah,
all the way back to.
And then so Sonny has to go and get refitted after those 10 cars go through, and that happened for months.
Wow.
Sonny was hoping he gets shot by the end of that.
Would you? I would be very curious to try a squib.
Yeah,
to see what it feels like. A friend of ours, a friend of mine named. Fellow podcaster named Matt Gorley, one of his dreams was always because he's like, oh, I've been in movies and TV shows, but I've never had a squib on. So he just had it done just for the sake of having it done. Yeah, just awesome. for his own entertainment.
That's fun.
Yeah.
So I noticed the clock on the toll booth read, we've been debating the time, 7:35.
Okay.
So we heard a ball game going on, so it's probably 7:35 in the evening.
In the evening, yeah. I forget. Did they mention what time of the year this is? Let's assume
summer.
Let's assume it's August, the longest. Or no, I guess July. June would be the longest day of the year. June 22nd.
Yeah.
So it still seems like it's too light for it to be 7:30 on a summer evening. But I guess they're limited by.
Yeah.
They should have went in with computers and
made
a big gorgeous sunset behind them.
Yeah, put Jabba blocking the clock.
Yeah, exactly.
I can't believe how much time we've spent talking about the time. So let's see. I've got a few things, Alex.
Sure, sock it to me.
I've got a few personal questions. If you were going to get killed like someone so far in The Godfather, how would you want to get killed? Think carefully about your options.
I guess I'd be inclined to say Paulie.
Yeah.
I mean, because his looks like it happens pretty fast.
Yeah.
And he's...
But he died with the flu. He's just feeling lousy.
Well, do you think he really had the flu? I don't think he really had the flu.
Oh, he was faking it, you're saying. Oh.
I thought he's faking it the whole time.
You won't see that virus no more.
So when they did the autopsy on Paulie and they realized that he wasn't actually, they're like, oh no, he was perfectly healthy. I'm like, God damn it. Sonny got even madder that he was lying to him.
You know what? Give him the flu. So that'll send Tessio or Tessio. That'll send it would send Tessio a message. Because Tessio's there, right there watching Sonny give the order to give his body the flu. That way his mom will know he was sick when he died.
They find he has like a thermometer hanging out of his mouth.
Well, I was thinking McCluskey.
Because he got to have some veal.
And he will forever, for eternity, be tasting that veal. Because they say you, in eternity, you
burns in hell.
experience how you die, right? Forever.
Or his ghost would, at least, yeah.
It's the perfect ghost look. He's all holding his neck. A transparent McCluskey floating around.
People would think that it was blood coming out of his mouth, but it's really like tomato sauce on his mouth. Nothing to do with.
I mean, Sollozzo. I mean, he just gets straight up shot in the head, but he realizes he's been punked. That's no good.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, Sonny gets killed fighting. That's a good way to go.
I know, but he seems like he's clearly in like pain because he's like, you know. Although I guess in terms of coolness, going down in a hail of bullets, the fact that you managed to climb out of the car and stand up and yell, I mean, that's pretty badass.
Yeah.
So maybe that it might be worth the, 15 seconds of agony to know that your legend will live on, as it took like 400 bullets for them to kill me. The
only thing he was missing was he was going but he should have gone Papa.
Should have gone
or all the Corleone boys when they're under stress, under duress or stress, they have to call out for another relative or someone else in the family,
or something with an kind of.
Oh, there you go.
Fredo, who's your favorite 80s synth band?
It sounds like it too. Fredo, we need to send you to the airport. Where are you going to bring those visitors? Baja!
There's a great old Jack Benny routine. That's a reference to Jack Benny routine, where Mel Blanc plays a Spanish guy, and Jack Benny is asking him questions, and all the answers, he's like, "Oh, so what's your name?" And he's like, "Cy." And he's like, "Cy? C." He's like, "What's your sister's name?" "Sue." "Sue? C." Just goes on like all his answers are like C, Cy, so, or that. So it's kind of like
great.
that. Like, it's just kind of a different.
So I have another question for you.
Yes,
related to weapons. If you were going to get killed by a machine gun. Which one would you prefer? Here are your options. You ready? A.
Okay.
B. Or C.
That last one. That last one sounds like Peter Griffin from Family Guy laughing.
I've never seen an episode of Family Guy.
That sounds like it's someone laughing. Do it again.
Oh yeah. I've never seen it, but I've heard that. Yeah. Well, no, that was one way we used to do a machine gun.
Oh yeah.
I was practicing it in my car. Yeah, there it is. Yeah, that sounds like a goat.
Yeah, well,
try it again.
Let's do Peter Griffin shooting a machine gun at a goat. My throat is way too raspy to do it, but I will take the last one.
I was trying to do the Uzi too, which was I think like little spurts.
Where you see the little fire shooting out of the front. I'm gonna pick the one that has the round, the Tommy gun.
Oh, that's what those guys had.
Yeah, it's your classic gangsta gun.
Yeah. And the final one, if you were going to shoot an enemy with a machine gun, which one would you prefer? A. B. Or C. So
I'm trying to think of a Family Guy thing for you to say. You might have a good Peter Griffin impression in you.
Is he the father?
Yeah, he's the
the
father.
barbecue guy.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember the wife's name. I can't remember. Anyway, so the second one.
So because now you want a solid gun that's killing people and intimidating people.
I want the one. What they should have done, what I would be doing if I was them, is I would have one of those machine guns where you have to set it up on a stand.
Oh, Gatling gun.
Yeah, or then the guy's feeding the bullets through. That's the one I would. That's the one because I want to make sure he's dead.
You know, we talked about that over a year ago about who would you prefer to be, the guy shooting or the guy loading the bullets,
or the guy being shot. I would rather be the guy getting shot than the guy feeding the bullets.
Oh, that's how demeaning it is.
It is totally
relegated. That if Fredo were on World War II, he would have. If he were a grunt, he
would definitely be.
He would talk back to his officer like, "Send Fredo to gather the shrapnel. Send Fredo to feed the bullets to the other guy. I want to shoot the gun. I want respect."
I got shot over.
I have some stuff from the book.
Okay.
I have quite a bit. Do you have any? Should I lay in or you want to go first?
You go. I'll go first.
I'll go first. No, you.
I'll go first.
Who?
Me.
Okay.
Just
so on page 6.
From a movie making point of view, I really like that after they shoot Sonny and then they drive away, they're just kind of like that lingering shot where you just see Sonny's hand on the ground. I thought that was a real nice poetic shot. And then you see the guys coming in and then they kind of don't stop. They don't come all the way up. They just kind of stop. And then they're like, oh man, he's dead.
And you do see them, I think, go back into their car, right?
Yeah, they get back in the car. So
you want to take a guess as to what they do after they get back into their car?
Huh.
It's in the book.
I don't know, because my instinct would be to say that they should recover Sonny's body. But
recover the body.
Well, maybe they go back to Tom for advice.
I smuggled this watch in my butt. After I recovered the body.
Do they go back to Tom and ask him what to do?
Close. Let me read it.
Puzo writes.
Page 264, Puzo writes, blah, blah, blah. The man in the darkened toll booth opened fire and the shots caught Sonny Corleone in the head and neck as his massive frame spilled out of the car. The two men in front held up their guns now. The man in the darkened toll booth cut his fire, so I guess he was shooting too.
Wow.
And Sonny's body sprawled on the asphalt with the legs still partly inside. Oh, so that was a little bit different. The two men each fired shots into Sonny's body, then kicked him in the face to disfigure his features even more, to show a mark made by a more personal human power.
Oh, I see. So
okay.
a foot as opposed to a bullet.
Exactly. Yeah. Seconds afterward, all four men, the three actual assassins and the bogus toll collector, were in their car and speeding toward the Meadow Parkway. They swung their car, so now the Corleone bodyguards.
Do you think when he look how they massacred my boy, it was specifically about the foot, the kick in the face? Because he's like, I was okay with him being shot.
He could take bullets, but
yeah, it's just weird that they kick him in the face despite I know.
Like, would you even notice that? Would you guy riddled with bullets?
Would you even have?
I don't know.
They should have anyway. Cut his ear off or something.
Yeah, or Sharpie some pictures of
I should have Sharpied a penis on his forehead.
Yeah.
They should have tattooed it so they couldn't give an open face funeral.
I don't want his mother to see him like this.
Can you turn into bananas or something?
Mr. Bonacere. Mr. Bonacere, I need you to summon all your powers to remove this terrible tattoo. Or at least turn it into a bananas.
Okay, dog, look, can you make this into the nose?
Turn it into like the Sanka logo. His mother will be able to live with that. Sanka, decaffeinated drink for you.
He's actually trying to get promotion money.
Corporate sponsorship.
Yeah.
They might sponsor the funeral, you never know.
So I'll summarize some of these other parts. So all four men so Hagen's men come out. Hagen's not there, but the bodyguards arrive. They had no intention to pursue. So they see the assassins drive away, but they had no intention to pursue. They turned right around and returned to Long Beach. But at the first public phone off the Causeway, one of them hopped out and called Tom Hagen. He was very curt and very brisk.
Sonny's dead. They got him at the Jones Beach toll.
Hagen's voice was perfectly calm. Okay, go to Clemenza's house and tell him to come here right away. He'll tell you what to do. So Hagen writes, Puzo writes about Mama. So Hagen takes this call. Mama. Hagen takes the call. Mama's right there. So Hagen's shook up, but he's trying not to show any emotion.
He's got to put on a poker face.
And there's a little bit about Mama here, which is really interesting.
Mama, call Papa and Zaza and tell them to call Dr. Taza.
Hagen had kept his composure, and the old woman had not noticed anything amiss. Not that she could not have if she wanted to. But in her life, with the Don, she had learned it was far wiser not to perceive. That if it was necessary to know something painful, it would be told to her soon enough. And if it was a pain that could be spared her, she could do without. She was quite content not to share the pain of her men. After all, did they share the pain of women? So he didn't say anything. He returned to his little office, and once he got there, he began to tremble so violently he had to sit down with his legs squeezed together, his head hunched into his contracted shoulders, hands clasped together between his knees as if he were praying to the devil.
Whoa.
What do you think about that?
He's a bad concierge.
He is. That's the very next part. I'm not
Really?
kidding. Yeah, Puzo writes. He knew now, no fit consigliere for a family at war. He had been fooled, faked out by the 5 families and their seeming timidity. They had remained quiet, laying their terrible ambush. They had planned and waited, holding their bloody hands no matter what provocation they had been given. They had waited to land one terrible blow, and they had. Old Jenko Abandando would never have fallen for it. He would have smelled a rat. He would have smoked them out, tripled his precautions. And through all this, Hagen felt his grief. Sonny had been his true brother, his savior, his hero when they had been boys together. Sonny had never been mean or bullying with him, had always treated him with affection, had taken him in his arms when Sollozzo had turned him loose. Sonny's joy at... Let's talk about that. Had taken him in his arms when Sollozzo had turned him loose. What do you make of that?
When they returned Tom to the compound?
Yeah. What's Tom thinking here, though?
He's saying that when he came back from meeting up with Sollozzo, that Sonny hugged him when he first saw him.
But what would he have expected?
I don't know. A brusque
Like,
handshake.
yeah, how could you let yourself get captured?
Or just, like, I don't know.
Or just pissed off?
That's a good question. Maybe he did it like in front of everybody and that was considered, I don't know. You'll have to go back and read that scene. Maybe
Maybe there's something there.
Maybe something comes up.
Sonny's joy at that reunion had been real. That he had grown up to be a cruel and violent and bloody man was for Hagen not relevant.
So do you think that means he is a bad concierge, or is he just kind of beating himself up for it? Well, what would...
We've talked a lot about that. He thought it was Tataldia all along. Totally let Sollozzo play him. And then he lets the 5 families play him.
He lets Waltz yell at him. It's tough. I guess it depends on how much power you think the concierge has. But Tom seems to think so. But he doesn't. But then later on, when he's like, "Why am I out, Mike?"
Yeah.
Well, maybe he just specifically means a wartime concierge, and maybe it really is a different set of skills.
Yeah, maybe. But Jenko had it all.
Well, I guess because he was a mustache Pete, he had it in his blood.
Yeah. And maybe the times have changed too.
These drugs are a dirty business, Alex.
Yeah.
These drugs and tattoos are dirty business.
Keep it out of the neighborhoods with the children. I don't want tattoos put on my I'm
So also, I guess I feel kind of bad for Dom because, what was he supposed to do? Not be the concierge?
Yeah.
Step down, and then who becomes the conciliary?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I think it's just questionable whether he should have been appointed conciliary in the first place.
So,
he could have been a lawyer for the family, but not conciliary. That's a huge responsibility.
Plus, then also, it's ultimately at the feet of the Don because the Don's slipping. He's the one who picked Tom to be. He should never have a non-Sicilian concierge. Concierge.
because you can never really know.
You never really lose your family.
I mean, this whole world is among Sicilians mostly. And then there's, Hyman Roth and stuff, but it's mostly Sicilian. So to really be able to think like them.
But he was more or less
culturally
raised like one, I mean, he was a
Irish
kid,
German.
but he was a kid, through,
Yeah, that's
probably the
true.
last 10, 15 years at least, or 25 years he's been living with them.
Yeah.
Like, although who knows, maybe that the first 5 years, that's where you learn
it's
the
a
most
blueprint.
valuable lessons.
The blueprint, the DNA. So there's some more interesting stuff about Tom and his relationships.
What you got there?
So the end of this minute, the camera starts to zoom in on Tom, and there's stuff in the book that's not in the movie, and so I want to cover it now.
Okay.
Because next minute, I think it goes right to conversation.
Right, with the Don.
Yeah.
So this is one instance where the book is different than the movie.
The book is different than the movie. The book is different than the movie. The book is different. The book is different. The book is different than the movie. Yeah.
That's right, Alex. It is different than the movie. Puzo writes, page 266. I won't read it, but Tom leaves. He walked out, blah, blah, blah. He can never tell Mama Corleone about her son's death. He had never thought of her as his mother as he thought of the Don as his father and Sonny as his brother. His affection for her was like his affection for Freddie and Michael and Connie. The affection for someone who has been kind but not loving.
Interesting.
Isn't that interesting?
Yeah.
Because later in the movie, isn't there a scene where Hagen says, Mikey, I always considered you a brother. I always considered you a brother. It must be in GF2. Yeah, where he gives him control of his family. Where Michael Corleone says, if I think what happened, if what's happened has happened, I'm going to Cuba and I'm giving you control of Rocco's men and everyone else.
Oh, okay.
I'm doing the modern day Al Pacino.
It's an older Al Pacino.
Yeah.
Wow,
I like this Superman. Fredo, where'd you find this place?
Ooh-ah. Mr. Joey Zaza.
So he writes a little bit more about Mama, the affection, blah, blah, blah. In a few short months, Mama had lost all her sons. Freddie exiled to Nevada, Michael hiding for his life in Sicily, and now Santino dead. Which of the three had she loved most of all? Alex?
Sonny.
She had never shown.
Whoa.
No surprise. So a couple little scenelets. Hagen then calls Connie's number. Calls Connie. She answers the phone. She's very frightened. And
She's
says,
like, where the hell's Sonny? He's supposed to be picking me up. Oh, mad.
Tom, is Sonny coming here? Hagen says, no, he's not. Don't worry about it. And he says, wake Carlo up. I need to talk to him. She's like, Tom, he beat me up. He's going to beat me up again. Oh, no, everything's okay. And then,
now in the book, Carlo left, right? Or did Carlo stay? Or did he go? Oh, because he was already drunk in the book. And did he just go to sleep?
He went to sleep in the book. Yeah.
Okay.
I don't think in the movie we see.
Yeah, I don't
because
think
the
we see
door
that.
just closes.
Yeah.
He said he was going to go out.
Yeah, that's right. He's getting ready to go out.
So Hagen's on the phone and Connie goes to get him. It was almost 5 minutes before Carlo's voice came over the phone. A voice half slurred by whiskey and sleep. Hagen spoke sharply to make him alert. I just realized that before cell phones, you would frequently wait on the phone while someone went and got someone else. But nowadays, it just never happens. If you're ever waiting on the phone, you assume it's disconnected or someone can't hear. Right?
Well, given that situation, I would imagine Tom probably has other things to do besides wait on the phone. So I assume it would be like, okay, when you tell him to call me as soon as possible, as opposed to.
Yeah, I guess it's pretty important. He wants to wait. Yeah. Well, he's billed by the hour. Maybe he's not such a bad conciliary.
Or that shows that he is a bad concierge. He's like, I'll wait. And there's all these things that require urgent attention. And he's just sitting there at the phone.
Right. So finally, Carlo comes to the phone. Listen, Carlo, I'm going to tell you something very shocking. Now prepare yourself, because when I tell it to you, I want you to answer me very casually as if it's less than it is. I told Connie it was important, so you have to give her a story. Tell her the family has decided to move you both to one of the houses in the mall and to give you a big job. That the Don has finally decided to give you a chance in the hope of making your home life better. You got that? It's hard to keep up that voice. So Hagen's making up this story clearly. He wants to protect Connie.
Yeah.
Because he thinks that Connie is going to blame herself for Sonny's death.
Right.
There was a hopeful note in Carlo's voice as he answered, "Yeah, okay." Hagen went,
Okay.
Hagen went on. In a few minutes, a couple of my men are going to knock on your door to take you away with them. Tell them I want them to call me first. Just tell them that. Don't say anything else. I'll instruct them to leave you there with Connie, okay? Yeah, I got it. Go ahead. You're Carlo.
Yeah. I got it.
Carlo's voice was excited. The tension in Hagen's voice seemed to have finally alerted him that the news coming up was going to be really important.
Yeah.
Hagen gave it to him straight. They killed Sonny tonight. Don't say anything. Connie called him while you were asleep and he was on his way over there, but I don't want her to know that. Even if she guesses it, I don't want her to know it for sure. She'll start thinking it's all her fault.
Now get the hell out
Get the hell out of here. Carlo Rizzi. And guest star Jimmy Kahn as the deceased Santino Corleone.
Musical guest. Johnny Fontaine.
Oh, that could be a good bonus content on Saturday Night Live.
Write that down. So we don't
Write
forget.
it down.
Okay.
Let's see. Just have to finish up here. Now, I want you to stay with her tonight. Don't tell her anything. And I want you to stay that way until she has her baby at least. Tomorrow morning, somebody, maybe you, maybe the Don, maybe her mother will tell Connie that her brother got killed. And I want you by her side. Do me this favor and I'll take care of you in the times to come. You got that?
I'll take care of you when the time comes.
See, the good thing, he was on the phone because Hagen was doing air quotes when he said that. By
He
law,
was pantomiming a gun when he did.
well, by law, he had to do air quotes because it was.
Because otherwise they would have been proof that he knew where what was going to happen.
Yeah, he's not such a bad conciliator.
So if you were, is there more?
There's a little more, but go ahead.
Wouldn't Carlo, if you were Carlo, would that make you more suspicious?
That he died and now he's being offered this great gig.
Yeah, like it just seemed like it would.
He's half asleep and still kind of drunk.
I know,
But we still don't even know if he was involved in the plot, right? No, we know he's involved in the plot. Because in the end, he confesses to Michael that it was Barzini.
Assuming that he was being sincere and not just like, well, clearly he wants me to confess, so I'm going to say it just because he'll get me. Yeah. I mean, the book says it, right? The book says he knew. Isn't that why he was beating up Connie? Because he wanted to. Okay. So in the book, Carlo knows.
Did we prove that? That in the book it was clear? I don't think it was clear in the book. No.
I guess we'll never know.
Well, we might know at the point in the book when Michael confronts Carlo Rizzi.
Yeah. Got it. Carlo Rizzi.
Okay, so Carlo is excited. Carlo's voice was a little shaky. Sure, Tom, sure. Listen, me and you always got along. I'm grateful, understand? Yeah, nobody will blame you. No one will blame your fight with Connie for causing this. Don't worry about that. I'll take care of that. Hagen paused and...
No, get in the car, Carlo.
Now, please, have your car take me to the airport. He's starting to really break down, confusing all the scenes.
It's personal. It's not business, Sonny.
Yeah. Carlo Luca Perazzi's been practicing his speech. He'll be there in a few minutes. Be ready to hear him. Hagen paused and softly, encouragingly said, "Go ahead now. Take care of Connie." He broke the connection.
Oh, take care of Connie. Did you put air quotes around that
I think
one?
he did. Hagen had learned never to make a threat. The Don had taught him that, but Carlo had gotten the message all right. He was a hair away from death. So when you do, sorry, I read ahead, but I forgot that part. It's kind of fun to speculate. So he knows, but he can't totally know, or else why would he even hang around?
Because I guess he's like,
if there's a chance they'll find me anyway.
Yeah.
I might as well, with a slim chance I can ride this out and maybe they don't know.
Yeah, I mean, he's not very clever. So it's
Yeah.
not like I'm
He's
sure
not that
he's
clever.
like, hey, I got away with it.
Yeah. He's not that smart.
He wouldn't make my kid an orphan.
Let's see. He had learned. Hagen made another call to Tessio.
Hagen, is that you? Tom.
Tom, can you pick up the phone for old time's sake? Hagen made another call to Tessio, telling him to come to the mall in Long Beach immediately. He didn't say why, and Tessio did not ask. Hagen sighed. Now would come the part he dreaded.
That's where the minute ends, with him sitting in the.
Waking up from my nap. Things couldn't be better. I'm alive. I feel great. All my kids are alive.
I'm on the mend. My tomatoes are coming in nice and firm.
Fredo's been sent to Vegas.
That's the one thing he's happy about.
I got a conciliary who knows how to handle wartime matters.
Smuggling in all that molasses truck supplied by me.
I lost, because I've been in a coma, I lost my tolerance for Sanka.
NCO's doing favors for me.
And if I should be struck with a lightning bolt, I'm going to blame some of the people in that house.
And the best thing was, it was Barzini all along.
Look what they did to my son's forehead.
Yeah. So any other things about the minute?
No, that's all I got. What are you going to rate it, Alex?
Well, I had some other information, but I'm wondering if I should carry it over to the bonus content.
What do you got?
Well, I have
Give
a
us a
list
teaser.
of 6 real life mob hits
Oh, cool.
that
Yeah, let's talk about it in the bonus content.
bonus content.
Yeah,
All right, we'll
why
talk
not?
about that and maybe do a little bit of that SNL SNL routine.
In the bonus content, you'll hear about other mobsters shot down. Like a ghost.
So we do have to rate it.
We do.
Okay. I'm ready.
Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Excellent. Yeah. Why'd you give it 5?
It's iconic.
Yeah.
It's one of those scenes that is just famously
Yeah. It's memorable.
memorable, parodied,
Yeah. It's cool looking too. It's like sunny.
Sonny. That's why how they say Jaws made everyone afraid of sharks.
Yeah.
This scene made everyone afraid of toll booths.
You're right.
I think about it every single time I pull up to a toll booth.
I think people kind of did, didn't they? Or did we just joke about it as a kid? Because living in New York, you go through toll booths quite a bit. Mm-hmm. And we grew up in the 70s and 80s. Do you remember? I seem to remember people talking about it when you'd pull up to.
I didn't see it until I was like in college. So
You don't recall people making references to it?
no.
Huh.
I remember. Every time we would go through them, our mom would go, "So enjoy." And we'd be like, "What are you talking about?"
Yeah. Yeah. So I rate this minute 5 cents for the
5
toll.
cents. The smell, touch, taste, ESP, and odors.
That's
Those are the 5. Those are the 5 senses.
My sense of odors is the strongest one.
All right, I guess that'll wrap up minute 119. All right, we're not debuting the new countdown in the next minute.
No,
correct?
I think we always start at the following minute. But Alex, it is done. And for our listeners, no one has heard this. Not even my brother.
Not even you.
I haven't even heard it. It's recorded. I just have to mix it, but it's pretty much done. I can't wait to debut it. I know I say this about everyone that I produce.
Yeah.
It's my favorite.
All right.
It's my favorite.
And we will be making the Causeway countdown available to our Patreon
That's
supporters.
right.
So we'll have
Probably
to,
starting next week.
Yeah, next week. So check that out, everybody. Mm-hmm. And
Oh, and pretty soon we'll also have to post a new poll for the next countdown.
that's true. Yeah. All right. So until next time, look
Look how they massacred my boy.